This is the BBGB, the Bug Bond Glass Bug. And it's the fly that helped us win the River Test 2013 One Fly competition. We came joint first with the Flyfish Map team. Very good chaps. It's ever so easy to tie. That's why I've started it off, because anyone who's tied a fly will be able to do this bit really easily. But I'll explain what I've done. This is a 2.5mm tungsten bead. And what I did was I built a small bump of thread behind the eye, and when the bead fitted over it nice and tight, pushed the bead back, I put a bit of super glue, pushed the bead forward, and now, as they say, it's not going anywhere. Then I've built a tapered thread body, but before I did that, I tied in a little marabou tail. What I'm going to do now is tie in a piece of wire, very fine wire it is. It's called UTC ultra fine, ultra wire, UTC ultra wire. It's very, very fine and very, very nice, and we use that for the rib. So we'll tie that in now, and we can use as much speed as possible here, I think. Here we go now. There we are, the wire tied in underneath. Then bring the thread forward to behind the bead. Okay, now for the secret ingredient. It is crinkle mirror flash in peacock black from Vineyard. Wonderful stuff, really flashy. I mean, look at that, isn't that marvellous? I once thought of having some underwear made in this, and I thought, no, possibly not. I've prepared 4 or 5 strands of it here. If it starts to fly about all over the place with static, very simple. Put a bit of the jolly old human saliva on it, and it stops doing it almost immediately. There we are. Tie it in behind the bead. Okay. 1, 2, just secure it. Take your scissors and snip off the waste. You don't want that there. Yeah. And wind backwards towards the bead just to cover up those bits of thread. Now, as you come down the body, don't lean towards the tail because this stuff will spread out. See, it started to do it already. Little tinker. Here we go, all the way down the body like this, because in a minute we're going to go all the way back up again. And that covers up any little spaces there might have been as you came down the fly. And tie off behind the bead. 1 nice and tight, and 2 nice and tight. Right, so you've got this lovely sparkly body. Take your scissors and nib it off. You don't want any of that left there. Boom, gone away. All right, now we take the wire and we wind it forward in equally spaced turns to form the rib. Tie it off, like that. Snip the wire with your oldest scissors. That's it. And whip finish. The whip finish tool, invented by the devil when he was having a bad day. But don't worry about doing more than a couple, because you're going to finish the fly with Bug Bond. Snip the thread. Now we're going to take our Bug Bond and take our time, and we're going to put an even coat of Bug Bond right across the whole fly. So a little music and a little speed, I think. Here we go. As you will know, if you have used any quick dry resin, we now have to zap it with our ultraviolet torch. And there we are, zapped to a nicety. For those of you who use a Bug Bond and use this very, very nice torch, you will notice there's something hanging out of the bottom. Yes, it's wire, because you can now get an appliance, if you'll pardon the expression, that you can screw into your torch, and it has, on the bottom of it, stand by to gasp in amazement, it has a foot pedal. So it's bye-bye batteries and hello pedal. Alrighty. They're going to be available at your local vineyard stockist, and they're a huge convenience. You don't have to keep buying batteries. Well, there it is, the Bug Bond Glass Bug. Tie it, try it, and I know you'll catch a big one.